Hello, you legends. Happy Sunday. I just got back from a ride and I was responding to a comment from a gentleman named Le Passager on the channel. He was asking questions about the video I released a while back about how to replace your cycling cleat threads if they get stripped in your shoe. And he was having problems because some of his stuff, those threads are very fragile. And they had told him 5 Newton meters. Yeah, that's just too much for that. There's no reason to ever use a torque wrench. So he had some questions, and a bunch of other people had questions as well. So I decided to make this video real short just to show you all how I do it. You don't need a torque wrench for these things. They're just too small. The threads are too fragile. 5 Newton meters is too much. I don't care what they've stamped on there. So I'm going to show you how I do it to prevent damage just from experience. So let's say I'm going to loosen these because they're tight right now. I'm going to loosen these, and what I told him was don't just tighten one of them completely. You have to go around so that they compress, because if you tighten one too much, it can pull the position that you've fallen in love with. Once you set your cleat the way you like it, if you tighten one too much, it can move this side. So what you want to do is, I use my thumb and my index finger on the tool. So basically you turn a little, let's say like a half turn, then you go to this side, you go to this side, and you keep going around, because then it's compressing on the shoe. You keep going around, and you see what I'm doing? I'm not using my entire hand, just my fingers. You keep going around. See, it stopped with my thumb and my index finger. That's enough. Then you go around here. It's not moving anymore. It's not moving anymore. What I have found, when you do it like this and you get it to where they don't move anymore, and you go and ride, depending on the pedal tension that you have set, and that's what, that's another video that I think he watched as well, or other people had questions on there. Because I've got a video, I'll put the links here for your pedal tension settings and so forth. If your pedal tension is so tight that it's pulling this thing out of position, back the tension off a bit. You don't need to torque too much on this, because what ends up happening is, once you do this, you see it moved a little bit. Once it stops moving, just my fingers on the tool, once it stops moving, that's tight enough. Because as you ride, it tends to get even tighter. That's been my experience with these things. So don't torque this thing too much, because you can end up damaging the treads in the shoe. This bolt won't get damaged, but the threads that it's going into might get damaged. The shoe with the strongest threads that I have come across are the Rafa Classic shoes. They use like stainless steel threads in there. But even then, I use the same principle. If I use my fingers on the tool and it doesn't move, it's tight enough. And then as you ride, it will get even tighter, because the cleat will settle in, And then every month or so, check it. When I clean my cleats periodically, because we unclip, we walk around, and then sometimes it can squeak when it gets dirty. But I clean my cleats frequently. So whenever I'm cleaning them, I just take this little 4mm Allen wrench and I check it. So that's really all you need to do. Go around so that they compress together, and don't over tighten them, and you should be good. To that effect, let nothing stop you from getting your K's in.